Nungesser, Plaquemines Parish president, joins us right now. Billy, I know you had a tough couple of days, and I saw a news story saying you were heartbroken. I think all of us that live in Plaquemines Parish, especially in southeastern Louisiana and Louisiana as a whole, are heartbroken by what happened in the Marsh.
I tell you, Tommy, I'm sick to my stomach. To know that we've been asking for 2 weeks, telling them this was coming, and being told, oh, no, it's only going to be tar balls, and we're going to pick it up off the sand. It's not going to get in the marsh. Knowing that this was possible, but you know what? We lost the battle today. We still have a chance to win the war. It's in the edges of the marsh, along Passalucha, South Pass, and North Pass. If it gets up in those fingers in the marsh, we're finished. How can the Corps not issue the damn permit now? I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to be on the phone tomorrow with every congressman and senator that will take my call. And if they don't absolutely demand that this permit be issued, they ought to go to jail.
That's a question I was going to ask you, Billy. What the heck could be taking so long?
What the heck could be more important? Every environmental group, not one of them, I was on the conference call, not one of them said we shouldn't do this. That is historical in itself. They've never all agreed on, I don't think, any project as quickly. Now, they're not in love with it, but the alternative to not doing it and having this stuff that's in the marsh tonight as we speak, they knew the risk. Why doesn't the Corps, why doesn't BP, and why doesn't the Coast Guard take action? Why don't they see the risk that everyone else sees? If we would have done this 2 weeks ago and started pumping that ridge, this might not have happened. We might have been picking up oil off the beach, the newly pumped beach, because the day we start, we will see the berm coming out the river, out the water immediately. It's not something that's going to take 2 weeks. You'll see it the first day. We'll build it a foot high and come back 2 feet, 3 feet, and we'll keep working it, and we'll work it in the areas where the oil is most threatening first.
I think you and I spoke on Saturday, and you said you were hoping to hear something on Monday, right?
Colonel Lee said days, not weeks. We're in the third day today.
And that's the end of the week, they're telling.
Tomorrow's the fourth day. After that, that makes a week. So if we don't hear tomorrow, shame on them.
Who is supposed to be reviewing it right now?
Well, I got to believe Colonel Lee's got to go up the ladder to Walsh or General Van or somebody in Washington. But I got to tell you, I prepared an email. I didn't get back till late tonight. And I'll be in my office at 5:30 in the morning preparing an email to everyone I've talked to at the White House. And I want to hear from Mary Landrieu.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
They need to be out there yelling, screaming loud. Where the hell are they? I mean, come on. You know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of investigation into what happened and why. But we need to worry about protecting the marsh now. We can figure out all the other stuff later. Let's put this out there. If we don't, shame on all of them for not standing up and doing what's right to save this coast.
I asked Craig Tafaro a couple of minutes ago, Billy, last week he was waiting on Boom, and they sent him containment boxes for soil materials for the cleanup. And I said, you can look back now and connect the dots. Do you think that maybe they knew they had a problem with subsurface oil, and that's why they were in no hurry to get you Boom? And I'm not trying to make stuff up in my head, but you look back now and it's like, well, maybe they knew something he didn't know, and that's why they were in no hurry to get the Boom. And I ask you, when you sense that there's foot dragging on this berm, on this I guess dredging and building up an island, do you think that they know something that they're not telling you, and that's why they're dragging their feet? Are they hesitant to send BP the bill for this? What's happening?
Well, I'm calling on BP tonight to stand up and do the right thing. Get on the phone tomorrow, call the dredge companies, and let them head to the mouth of the river so we can get this started. And then hopefully by the time they get there, the permit will be issued. We can't wait another day. If they think $350 million is a lot of money, take a look at the pictures today where we were. Everything in that marsh is dead tonight. That blanket of oil is an inch thick. Everything it landed on top of, every critter, and that's where we catch the redfish and the trout, up against the marsh. They feed on the bugs and the critters. Well, in this 25 miles along these passes, that marsh is dead tonight. There's nothing will live. You can't clean the oil out there. And within 5 days, all that cane will turn brown and die. So we'll lose that marsh as we know it. And there's no sense in going to clean it up now because everything in there is dead. And it will not. You wouldn't, if you would have fell off the airboat today under that oil, you wouldn't have survived. That's how thick and nasty this black stuff is.
I got to ask you again, and I know you don't know, but would you guess that the problem is with the Corps? Is it an economic problem? Is it an environmental problem? Or is it a problem of effectiveness where they think it's not going to work?
Only the Corps of Engineers, a federal agency that we pay with our tax dollars, could get away with saying, not more than a week, maybe a few days. Well, what's the problem? Well, we don't know. Well, what's the procedure's got to happen? Well, we don't know. Nobody in the world could get away with saying maybe a few days, not a week. We're talking about the livelihood of South Louisiana. Only the Corps of Engineers could give such a bullshit excuse and get away with it.
Incredible.
They got to be able to say, I said, Colonel Lee, what is the procedure you have to go through? Tell me. Let us help you. Well, you know, we got a thing to do. Nobody else would take that answer. You'd fire somebody if they gave you that answer they worked for you. How the hell can the government get away with it?
Incredible. All right, so you could be on the phone, on the email tomorrow, trying to get the Louisiana delegation involved. And what have you talked to them recently, Billy, or not? What did they tell you?
No, I put calls into them today, but I've been in a helicopter and airboat most of the day. So I better hear from them.
And that's how it stands today. You don't know what's going to happen overnight with the oil or where else it's going to be tomorrow.
No, we don't.
Incredible. And let me ask you real quick about charter boat fishing in the parish. I don't know if you've had time. I got a call about catch and release somewhere. Do you know anything about this or not? I'm sure
no, I know there's still areas that are fishing. They're still going out to areas that haven't been inundated with this oil. So there's still people in still areas that they can go fishing. They need to call the marina or call their charter fishing guide, and they can update them on the areas that they can go in.
And you go to blackmanstourism.com. Thank you, Billy. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
You bet. Take it easy.